And welcome inside Delaware Live Sports. Some Wednesday night baseball coming at you at Caravel Academy here under the lights. Nick Alessandrini alongside Jason Winchell and Nick Halliday. We're down the left field line here just ahead of first pitch between the number 10 Buccaneers and the number 8 Colonials. A battle of two top 10 teams. Jason, going to be another fun one on a beautiful night for baseball. A nice breeze picking up here just before game time.
Absolutely, Nick. Great weather here. Right calm before the storm on tomorrow, the supposed bad weather. So it's great to be out here. And how about William Penn coming in after knocking off the number 1 team yesterday in Sussex Tech?
And speaking of which, it's been a tough season for those teams ranked atop of the rankings at number 1. Seems like nobody can stay there. Jason, any recent shuffles in what was a new top 10 coming out this week?
Well, yeah, yesterday the number 1 team went down.
Of course.
Caravel, who's in at 10, they fell to Dover yesterday. Good Dover team. Nick, that Henlopen North has 4 teams all over 700 win percentage. So if you're in the Henlopen North this year, you're receiving a bunch of bonus points coming your way. It's just been so competitive. Nick, I think there's 9 or 10 teams over 700 win percentage.
Wow.
You have in baseball, you have to have a 500 record to even make the tournament, Nick.
That's
We're always worried about whether or not 24 teams are getting there. This year, I think right now there's 29 teams sitting at 500 or better. So it's been one of those years where it's I'd say it's wide open.
And I'll get you the lineups for today's battle between the Bucks and the Colonials. William Penn, the away team, they'll head to the plate first here. It'll be the second baseman, Sean Roy, followed by third baseman, Noah Courier. Center fielder, Hassan Turner, batting third, followed by the pitcher, John Grabowski, batting fourth. Mikey Baker at first base, batting fifth. Colby Gilbert behind the plate for William Penn. He'll bat sixth. Christian Figueroa Colon, the DH today, batting seventh. Justin Widener batting eighth and at shortstop. And then rounding out the lineup in right field will be P.J. Wilson. Michael Paoli will play in left field. Over now for the Caravel Buccaneers, just to get them started defensively, it'll be Tim Tyler, one of the best in the state, taking the hill today for the Caravel Buccaneers in this big-time matchup against William Penn. Zane Bone will lead off and lead off and play short. Aiden Alston at second base. Tim Tyler batting third at pitcher. Miguel Erb behind the plate batting fourth. Will Potts, the DH today. In the outfield will be Miles Raymond in right, Gavin Evans in center, and Truman Huerta in left field. Garrett Bone at first, and Matt Rice, the talented freshman, at third base, as we're about moments away from getting this thing underway, Jason. So leading off will be the second baseman for William Penn, Sean Roy.
Yeah, we got a great pitching matchup here tonight here, Nick. So key's going to be for them just try and prevent the leadoff hitters from reaching base.
First pitch for the lefty is fouled out of play from Sean Roy. So last time we saw William Penn personally, it was weeks ago. They had gone on a nice stretch after they were the top-ranked team. Turner, he was batting leadoff. Now Roy is seeing that leadoff spot. And then, Jay, you talked about the win yesterday. Or, excuse me, their last time out.
Yeah, yesterday.
And that is yesterday.
Yeah,
as that breaking ball finds the zone here for Tyler.
Well, Nick, the season ends next Saturday.
Phew, flies by.
And, these teams need to get makeup games in from that early season weather. And so, a lot of teams are playing games. So, I mean, it's you're seeing teams play 3 or 4 games in 5-6 day stretches. So, I think that's why you'll see some of the shakeups too the next couple of weeks. Is these teams are going to have to dig deep into their pitching in their arms.
I believe the count 1-2 here to Sean Roy. He'll stay alive as that one is fouled back. So as you mentioned, both of these teams coming into this one as top 10 teams. And, I don't think spring usually doesn't start till we do a game here out at Caravel. But as you mentioned, the playoffs just a week away. First time here, at least for baseball this year. As we'll do it again. A long at bat coming up here for Sean Roy, making Tyler work for it.
think going to be key too is, when you got two great pitchers pitching, as a, hitters, you want to try and foul off as many pitches as you can, run deep counts, try and get their pitch counts up.
Lefty on lefty, the pitch. Got him swinging, and Tyler going to start off the game with a strikeout as they'll toss it around one away.
It's a good job by Tyler.
So one away here now in the top of the first inning, and that'll bring up the two-hitter Noah Courier at third base today for William Penn. And the first pitch to Courier is in there for a strike.
Nick, I'm going to be relying on you.
Tough vantage point over here. I'm kind of standing in front of you here. I feel bad. As Tyler fires right back with another strike. Quickly 0-2 to Courier.
That's key. He's been coming out throwing strikes.
And now Tyler set for the 0-2 pitch.
Back-to-back nights I've been down at Caravel.
And got him looking. Back-to-back strikeouts to Tyler to start the game here for Caravel.
He's throwing strikes, Nick. Penn, you get ready to swing the bat tonight.
Jason here for back-to-back nights. A little softball action last night at top two matchup,
Top
correct?
two
One versus
matchup,
number two.
And number one, Caravel laid the hurting on number two, Appoquinimink, last night.
Caravel, one of the most consistent and successful softball programs in the state here, especially the last 5 or so years. And then before that, back when I was in high school, here's Hassan Turner. As a gust of wind comes by, 2-0 quickly to the center fielder.
They got it all, Nick. Top of the lineup, speed, always seems to be on base. Then your power hitters are hitting balls over the fence or off the wall and scoring runners. They know how to bunt the speedsters and get them in scoring position, and they pitch well. That's all you need, I think, in softball.
Tyler fires after starting 2-0, hits the outside corner there. So 2-1 the count here to Turner. Grabowski awaiting on deck if we get there for William Penn. The 2-1 pitch. It's going to be a chopper on the ground to Bone at short. Has it off a hop. The throw to first gets the speedy Turner in a 1-2-3 inning for Caravel here to start things at third place. We're going to head to the bottom of inning number 1, 0-0 between Caravel and William Penn. A battle of top 10 teams, bottom of the first coming up.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy,
But have you tried Premier? Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
you may have tried physical therapy,
But have you tried Premier?
To the bottom of the first here at Caravel Academy on Delaware Live Sports Wednesday Night Baseball. Nick Alessandrini alongside Jason Winchell. Nick Halliday up on the platform here down the left field line. It was a 1-2-3 top of the first inning for the Buccaneers. They'll now head to the plate here in the bottom of inning number 1 as they're going to go up against one of the best here in John Grabowski, who's having a phenomenal season for William Penn. He was lights out in the few times that we saw him in some of his starts, and back to the hill he goes for the Colonials.
Yeah, the only game I was at there where I thought he struggled a little bit was the Sally's game. And I'll tell you what, Sally's has good hitters, and they were patient, and they were able to get ahead in counts and able to hit him around a little bit. He still only gave up like 4 runs. So he's a great pitcher,
It'll be the guy that finished off things in the top of the first half of inning number 1. Zane Bone, the shortstop, going to lead things off. Bone, Aiden Alston, and Tim Tyler, 1, 2, 3 to start here for the Bucks here in the bottom of the first.
And that was another great pitching matchup. Rossi for Sally's went head-to-head with
First pitch to Bone, down and away, 1-0 to start. A battle of aces here in Tyler versus Grabowski. Bone swings through that pitch, 1-1 to the shortstop.
I think top to bottom in the state, a lot of strong pitching this year. Lots and lots of strong pitching.
Grabowski misses there, 2-1 now to Bone. We've got the Seahawk faithful DMA behind us here out down the left field line. As Grabowski answers, and that evens it up at 2-2.
We'll be at Frawley Stadium on Saturday with the DMA Seahawks as they host St. George's.
This one on the ground. Courier from third has it. And a nice play to start. One away.
And that's not an easy play where that ball was hit. He makes a great play and a strong throw over. It's like I said, it's important for both these pitchers to keep the leadoff runners off the bases.
That'll bring up the second baseman, Aiden Alston, with one away here in the first. First pitch is drilled. That's going to get into center field. Our first hit of the evening comes from Alston. And now a one-out base runner for the Buccaneers here in the first.
I like that, Nick. I said both these pitchers like to throw strikes to get ahead. I like that first pitch swing mentality when you have these pitchers like that who tend to throw strikes.
So Alston over at first now with one away in the bottom of the first inning for the pitcher, Tim Tyler. Batting here in the 3 spot for Caravel. First pitch to Tyler's up and away, 1-0. So Tyler here, followed by the catcher, Miguel Erb. That pitch comes in high as well, 2-0 to start.
It's a good position to be in if you're Tyler. You can look for a pitch to drive, and if it's not there, take.
So 2-0 here to Tyler. And the 2-0 pitch misses outside. So Grabowski will walk off here, take a step off, and come back on. A little pause after 3 balls to start the at-bat to Tyler after giving up a first pitch hit to Alston. And now the 3-0 delivery. Fouled back, 3-1 now to Tyler.
Nick, I'm in favor of a green light on 3-0.
Absolutely. Good to see the swing there. Looked like it would have been in the zone. So 3-1 to Tyler. And he'll look at strike 2, and now a full count, 3-2 to Tim Tyler.
Be interesting here to see if Caravel puts the runner in motion.
Alston, small lead over at first. The pitch, this one will be driven in the air to left field. Paoli right there, he'll make the catch. And 2 away. Two away now for the catcher, Miguel Erb, batting in the cleanup spot for the Buccaneers. Still Alston over there at first base. Erb, he comes swinging at the first pitch, a breaking ball that's fouled out of play. So 0-1 to Erb. Grabowski fires over, Alston dives back in safely. Nice crowd here at Caravel Academy on a Wednesday.
Yeah, that's why another reason I like coming here, man. It's always game in town, so you get other teams coming out to watch them.
Right.
And some of the other baseball fans in general, Nick. Well, it's better way to spend a Wednesday night than coming out here and watching 2 top 10 teams.
1-1 pitch to Herb, misses up in the zone, or up out of the zone. 2-1 now the count here to the catcher.
So what a great complex. You got softball, baseball, soccer field.
Good pitch there from Grabowski. Evens it back up at 2-2. So 2-2 to Herb. Alston at first with 2 away here in the bottom of inning number 1. Pitch comes in low, and now back-to-back full counts, this time
The
to
runner
Herb.
will be off. With 2 outs, the runner should be off.
Time called. Grabowski with the 3-2 pitch. Got him swinging, and a strikeout for John Grabowski to shut things down here in the first. Alston has a hit. Caravel with a hit in the inning, but they leave one on base. We're heading to the second, 0-0 between the Buccaneers and the Colonials. We'll be right back on Delaware Live Sports. Welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports. Wednesday night baseball here at Caravel Academy. It's the Buccaneers and the Colonials in a battle of 2 teams inside the top 10. Nick Allison-Draney, Jason Winchell, and Nick Holliday. Jason talked earlier, postseason coming up just a week away, right, Jason?
Yep, a week away. I've been in the bunker for all the spring sports.
Good to get you out with some fresh air.
Yep. Baseball's wide open.
Tyler back out on the hill for Caravel. It was a 1-2-3 inning, 2 Ks in that inning for Tyler back in the first. And they'll start with Grabowski, followed by the first baseman, Mikey Baker, and then the catcher, Colby Gilbert. So 4-5-6 coming up for William Penn here in the second.
The dangerous part of this Colonial lineup coming up here to lead off the second. Come on, Nick, sing.
Get my Alicia Keys going. Also a shout out to the Wilmington Wildcats softball team in action tomorrow. Your CACC champs back.
How about the
hosting the
number
regional
1 seed in the Eastern Regional?
Gotta love it.
It doesn't get any better than that. Congratulations to that team, and I'm looking forward to it.
Wilmington will be in action tomorrow 11. You can catch it on the CACC network, I believe, is that where you can catch it?
Yes, absolutely. The CACC network, tune in if you can't get out there, but get out there and support the Wildcats. They deserve to support what an outstanding season. You know, if they get by the regional next, they'll host the Super Regional, being the 1 seed.
Here's Grabowski to start things for William Penn in the second inning. Tyler fires one in the zone to start the at-bat, 0-1 to Grabowski. Baker on deck, as I mentioned, followed by the catcher, Colby Gilbert. 0-0 here in the top of inning number 2. Pitch comes in high, 1-1 to Grabowski. As Jason said, back in action are we on Saturday. And the 1-1 pitch here from Tyler. It's going to be hit on the ground. Alston trying to get to it. Backhand over at second. Throws across his body and in time. Aiden Alston with a nice play at second base for the first down of the inning.
Great play. Great play. And I don't know if that off the bat, that might have been an infield single the way where he placed that ball. Great play.
So 1 away here now in the top of the second. As that's going to bring up the first baseman, Mikey Baker. Tyler with a good start here. 2 strikeouts, 2 groundouts in his first 4 batters he faces as that pitch comes inside for ball 1. The 1-0. High to Baker. 2-0. Got an ice cream truck here positioned up out by the entrance here to the baseball field. If you come out to Caravel, you can get some Dippin' Dots.
Bring it over to us.
This one is a slow roller back to the mound. Charging from third is Rice. Not going to be able to get that one. A swinging bunt for Mikey Baker, and he's aboard.
It's a line drive in the books. Yeah, sometimes that's where it's all about location, location, location. Hit that dribble up the line.
So an infield hit for Baker puts a Colonial on the base paths with 1 away here in the top of the second inning. And here comes the catcher, Colby Gilbert. He was Gilbert last time, I believe, against DMA, who sit behind us. Maybe hit a home run in that game, was it? Thought I was there for one of them. And he'll step in now with 1 away, a runner on.
I know he hit one. I thought the game we did at St. Mark's.
Oh, maybe that was, oh, that might have been it, yep.
We saw a couple
That's
home runs
right,
in
yeah.
that game.
Good catch. You are accurate there. So on the road, see if we can do it on the road here at Caravel. First pitch to Gilbert is in the dirt, going to get to the backstop. A free bag for Baker. He'll take the turnaround second. So a pass ball. Baker moves into scoring position with 1 out here in the second. But a great night for some baseball.
Yeah, what a gorgeous night. Like you said, you can get some ice cream. You can get. Last night, Mike Lang got, I believe, a cheeseburger.
Oh,
over at the
wow.
softball.
Oh, check that out.
I don't
Gotta
know.
love the schools that they have the concession stand. 1-0 to Gilbert. Tyler just misses that time.
I remember when we did our stadium reviews, we all used to talk about concession
That's right.
stands at these ballparks.
It's a big bonus. I
It
will say
is.
that. Big bonus. 2-0 here to Gilbert with Baker at second. This one's ripped up the middle. That's going to get through. Baker going to round third. He's heading home. The throw not going to be in time. And it's an RBI single for Colby Gilbert, and the Colonials strike first here in inning number 2, 1-0 William Penn.
That's key, right? You get the 1 out infield single, gets the second on the pass ball, and scores to get the Colonials the 1-0 lead.
So that's going to bring up the DH batting in the 7th spot, Christian Figueroa Colon with 1 out. And now Gilbert over there at first after the RBI single. He'll check on him. So after a dominant first 4 batters for Tyler, including 2 strikeouts, an infield hit to Baker, and then a rip up the middle for Colby Gilbert. This one another softly hit ground ball. Alston charging, has to get it out of his glove quickly, and he does. A nice play once again by the Buccaneers second baseman. That's good for out number 2.
It's been a lot of soft contact this inning. But, they've done, get that run in on the infield, like you said, the infield single, and then this pass ball and the single, and even that ball, even the 2 outs weren't hardly, second baseman had a great play on both.
Moving into scoring position is Gilbert now at second for the shortstop, Justin Widener. Swings through the first pitch for strike 1. 2 away here in the top of the second. 2 hits, 1 an infield single for Baker, and then a single for Gilbert. 2 hits in the inning, 1 run scored so far for William Penn. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Widener. Laid on it, but fouls it back. 0-2 to Widener with the 2 outs here at the top of the second inning. This one lifted in the air down the right field line. Is that going to be down? That is a fair ball, and that's going to roll into the corner. Gilbert will score, and Widener's got his eyes on 3, and he's there easily. A triple and an RBI for Justin Widener. An 0-2 triple that brings in another run, 2-0 William Penn.
That's key. You know, these 2-out runs when you got a good pitching matchup like this are key, and that's a good piece of hitting right there. Down in the count, 0-2.
So here comes the 9-hitter, P.J. Wilson, top of the order on deck. And now Widener sitting right there at third base, a 2-0 lead for William Penn here on the road at Caravel. Tyler pitches, one chopped right back to him on the mound. Underhand toss to first for the final out of the inning. But William Penn able to strike. They score 2 off of 3 hits. They leave 1, a 2-0 lead for William Penn as we head to the bottom of inning number 2 here at Caravel Academy. To the bottom of inning number 2 here at Caravel Academy between the Bucks and the visiting William Penn Colonials here on Delaware Live Sports. Nick Allison-Drini alongside Jason Winchell and Nick Halliday. Nick roaming around taking the pictures and the camera, always on double duty as we're set to pick things up here in the bottom of the second. As a good top half for the visiting Colonials, they score 2, a big part of it, the triple by Widener. After a couple hits in front of him from Gilbert and Baker. So here we are in the second. It'll be the DH Will Potts sent to lead off for Caravel, 5-6-7. First pitch is fouled off. And now the 0-1 to Potts. Breaking ball, swings through it quickly, 0-2. So William Penn on the board first here on the road. Going to put the pressure on.
That's key.
Trying to get him to chase that one up high on the 0-2. A good eye. 1-2 now the count.
Nice.
2 Potts.
The shutout number 1 Sussex Tech yesterday, 5-0. Believe Baker pitched for William Penn.
Breaking ball reaches and poked foul. And the Colonials once again getting to Tyler a little early here in the second inning. As we talked about the battle of these 2 pitchers on the hill. 2 of the better ones here in the state. The 1-2 pitch. Got him looking. A strikeout for Grabowski, his second in as many hitters.
Yeah, great job. You know, get ahead of the hitters, then you got the inside track of what you can throw.
It's going to bring up the right fielder, Miles Raymond, 6'7", 8". Is all the outfielders here for the Buccaneers, Raymond, Evans, and Awarda. And the first pitch is hit right past Widener up the middle for a first pitch hit for Miles Raymond.
Both of the Buccaneers hits were on the first pitch, Nick. Something to keep a lookout for.
And both ripped up the middle. So a one-out base runner once again for the Bucs, this time in the second inning. It's Raymond. And now here's the center fielder, Gavin Evans. First pitch to Evans. Misses low, 1-0. The 1-0. Lands in the zone. We're evened up at 1-1 to Evans. Raymond at first. We'll see if we get any movement from him. Breaking ball is swung on and drilled foul down the right field line. So 1-2. The count. The 1-2 pitch. Try to get him to chase the breaking ball down and away.
I like that when you're ahead the count. Throw something out of the strike zone, see if you can get the hitter to chase.
Grabowski has a nice pickoff move, which we saw a few times this year. That time, diving back safely is Raymond. 2-2 the count, evened up here to Evans. And this one coming right at us. Colonial races down here to go grab it. Count remains 2-2, one away. A runner on first here for the Buccaneers in the bottom of the second inning. William Penn leading 2-0. As that pitch misses, I believe, outside. And another full count.
Nick, what was his combine speed down that sideline?
That was a good 40. He'll
Was.
test well. And only can get better. 3-2. Live to see another pitch as Evans fouls it back and out of play. Grabowski, through the first 5 hitters, has 3 full counts. It's being the third. Once again, fires to first. A closer play, but Raymond back in safely. The 3-2. It's going to get past Courier at third and into left field. And back-to-back hits for the Buccaneers from Raymond and Evans. And now it's going to be the left fielder, Truman Huerta, with 2 runners on and 1 out.
Good piece of hitting right there, Nick. Each team now with 3 hits. If you ask me if I'd see 6 hits through not even 2 innings play so far, I'd tell you were nuts.
And a lot of hits coming with 2 strikes for these guys.
Yeah.
That'll bring up the left fielder, as I mentioned, Truman Huerta, as the right fielder and center fielder both coming up with hits for the Bucs this inning. Breaking ball falls into the zone to start the count 0-1. So it was William Penn who started off the second inning with 2 in the top half, and now Caravel looking to answer with some noise here in the bottom half of the inning. Just missing on that pitch was Grabowski. So 1-1 the count with 1 away. The 1-1 pitch, it's another breaking ball that lands. 1-2, Grabowski ahead here of the left fielder, Truman Huerta.
Yeah, if he could get that breaking ball over, it's make it a tough night for the Buccaneers.
Been good mixing it up here. And now the 1-2 pitch. Comes back with the fastball, got him swinging. Might have got a piece either way into the glove of Gilbert for the strikeout.
Yeah, you know, right? You get ahead with the curveball and come back and throw the old cheese. Straight cheese.
Third strikeout through the first 2 innings for Grabowski. And now here's Garrett Bone, the first baseman. First pitch is in the dirt, 1-0 to Bone. 2 away here in the bottom of the second inning. Caravel, 2 runners on. after hits from Raymond and Evans. Good pitch that time as Bone looks at a strike. One and one the count here to Garrett Bone. Breaking ball, misses, I believe, inside. 2-1. Nice little breeze here now as the lights are powered on here at Caravel Academy. The 2-1 pitch. It's hit sharply foul over the batting cage down the right field side.
Well, Deuce is wild here, Nick.
2-2-2 and a 2-0 lead for William Penn. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the pitch. That one skips. Good job by Gilbert. Runners are going to take off. The throw to third to Courier's not in time. And getting over there is Miles Raymond. Evans also able to get to second.
That's huge. It puts 2 runners in scoring position. A 3-2 count here.
So now they're sitting right there for Bone, and the count, of course, 3-2. Another full count for Grabowski. The payoff. It's going to be ripped. That's going to get into right field. 2 runs will score. It's going to be a 2 RBI single, or excuse me, on the play at the plate. He got him. I spoke way too soon. I thought that was going to get down. What a throw out in right field by P.J. Wilson. And the tag applied by Gilbert. The Colonials showing off the defense, and they want to stay in the lead. That'll take us to the third, 2-1, as we'll unpack what we just saw here after the break. Welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports. To the third we go. 2-1 between the Colonials and the Buccaneers. William Penn leading Caravel here in Bear. Nick Allison journey alongside Jason Winchell and Nick Holliday. It was runners on second and third with 2 outs. It was a hit or a single into right field for Garrett Bone. Runner from third was Evans. He scored. And then rounding third, or Raymond scored, excuse me. Then Evans was rounding third as well. He was gunned out at the plate on the throw by P.J. Wilson. That throw going to keep William Penn in the lead here as we head to the third inning, 2-1. And back to the top of the order. And Sean Roy here for the Colonials. He struck out his first time up. First pitch from Tim Tyler is in there. Starts off the at-bat with a strike.
That's key, Nick. 7 hits between the 2 teams already through 2 innings, and that's a big play by the Colonial defense to keep the 1-run lead. You and I thought for sure when that ball left the bat, this game was tied.
Roy swings through strike two. Count now 0-2 to the leadoff man, Sean Roy, here to start things in the top of the third. Jason, I absolutely spoke way too soon. Again, he was off on contact and looked like he was going to get there from third. It was an amazing play from P.J. Wilson as this one's hit up, coming at us. And it's going to be reeled in over here by a Seahawk from TMA in foul territory.
He made it look easy.
No fear.
That's the play of the game right there, Nick. I don't have to look too far.
Count remains 0-2 to Roy here in the top of the third. The pitch from Tyler is going to be lifted in the air to left field. And running on with the easy play is Truman Huerta for the first out of the inning.
Ooh.
That'll bring up the third baseman, Noah Courier. He struck out his first time up. Tyler started the game with back-to-back strikeouts in the first inning. This one fouled off. No one won the count to Noah Courier, the third baseman, batting in the two spot here for William Penn. And back-to-back strikes, 0-2 now, Tyler ahead. Now the 0-2 pitch from Tyler, trying to get him to chase one in the dirt. Throwaway pitch gets to the backstop, 1-2.
Like the idea there, Nick. Whenever I'm 2 pitcher ahead, I'm always waiting for them to use that waste pitch, try and get the batter to swing.
So 1-2 the count to Noah Courier. This one hit hard on the ground to Bone. It's short, fields it. The throw in time to get the speedy Courier. And I'll bring up Hassan Turner. He's 0 for 1. He grounded to Bone at shortstop back in the first inning. And now Turner, who started off the season as the leadoff guy, now slided down to that third spot. First pitch to him is low and through the legs of Herb behind the plate for ball one. Word out, Nikola Jokic has just won another MVP.
Why, was he the only one? Was he the only one who played 70 games this year?
Turner coming right at his own dugout. That one hit foul, hard foul. 1-1 the count to the center fielder with 2 away here in the third inning.
They didn't do something with that commissioner. He's ruining the game of basketball.
Well, they ruined the Sixers a couple years ago. I remember that. Old enough to remember that. Tyler fires. Turner lifts this one in the air to center field. Heading back on it is Evans, and he has it for the final out of the inning. So after scoring a couple runs in the second, Tyler and the Bucks get a 1-2-3 here in the third. To the bottom of the inning we go, 2-1. William Penn in front of Caravel. To the bottom of the third inning here, and Caravel Academy, number 10. Caravel at number 8. William Penn. Colonials coming back on the road after a big win over top-ranked Sussex Tech yesterday. A battle of aces here, and Tyler from Caravel and Grabowski from William Penn. 2-1 your score as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Top of the order set for Caravel here in the top of the third. It'll be Zane Bone to lead things off. He grounded out his first time up. First pitch misses 1-0 to start. Nick Allison, Drini, Jason Winchell alongside Nick Halliday. As Tyler evens it up with a strike, 1-1.
The two good-looking Knicks and me.
What a crew.
Wow,
On
man.
a beautiful Wednesday night. As that one just misses for Grabowski, 2-1 to the leadoff man, Zane Bone.
Gave Mike Lang the night off.
Gave him the night off as Bone swings through the pitch up in the zone, 2-2. Give him one night off. Sure, he's got a nice early shift as that one bounces over the back. Jason, you're the king of the early shift, aren't you? The late early shift.
Oh,
Bone.
yeah. Graveyard shift.
Count runs full to Bone to start things here in the bottom of the third. It's fouled, coming at us again.
Nick, you got to protect me over here.
And that almost was caught by Courier right in front of his own dugout. Looked like that was going to get out of play, but somehow came back into play and in and out of the glove over here in front of us of Noah Courier, but would have been a nice play.
And any of our lacrosse fans out there, me and Mike are making the trip down to Lewis with Craig on Friday night to bring
There
you
we go.
Archmere, number 3, versus number 2, Cape Henlopen, and boys
Craig.
lacrosse.
Craig, our lacrosse expert here at Delaware Live, got him looking on a strikeout for Grabowski for the first down here in the bottom of the third.
It's been hard with my schedule this year to make any lacrosse work, but I'm looking forward to making the trip down to Lewis on Friday night. Maybe I'll stop over at Benny Mitchell's house and ruin that. And
Crash the party over there.
Benny said he does not go out on Friday nights to Maine in Lewis.
As that'll bring up Aiden Alston. Alston ripped a single his first time out back in the first inning. Takes that first pitch for a strike. Breaking ball is hit, chopped over there to Widener at shortstop. Throw across the diamond in time. Now to bring up the pitcher, Tim Tyler. He lined out to left his first time up. As we have 2 away now here in the bottom of the third, William Penn still holding that 2-1 lead over the home team, Caravel. 2 teams in the top 10. And William Penn has been ranked as high as number 1 this year. So 1-0 to start to Tyler on a pitcher versus pitcher duel. Swings through that to even it up at 1-1. Phillies getting their game done earlier today. A 1 o'clock first pitch. The 1-0 pitch here. The 1-1 pitch to Tyler comes up in the zone.
And after they lost, I called Major League Baseball and said, I prefer night games for the Phillies the rest of the season.
Did they say graciously yes?
No.
That pitch is in there. Strike looking to Tyler. Evens it up at 2-2. Now here in the bottom of the third, 2 away.
I'll never understand those getaway days. You never draw well as a crowd. People work.
Got him swing. A strikeout for Grabowski. His second of the inning. His 5th of the ball game. We're heading to the 4th. William Penn 2. Caravel 1. We'll be right back on Delaware Live Sports.
Home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution. We are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union. Your home, your community.
Reminiscing about past fantasy seasons here as we are set to start things in the fourth inning at Caravel Academy between the Bucks and the Colonials. Nick Alessandrini, Jason Winchell, Nick Halliday, 2-1. William Penn leading.
Nick, I won, and my quarterback went down halfway through the year in Joe Burrow.
Oh, that's tough to recover from. Who'd you slide in there, C.J. Stroud?
For a while, it was Russell Wilson.
Oh,
and then
as
I got into the playoffs, he got benched.
That's right.
And
well, they wanted to cut him.
So guess who I picked up? Joe Flacco.
Oh, not bad. The 300-yard machine.
And I had Cooper as my receiver. And in the first round of the playoffs, between the two of them, I got like 98 points. It was great. Of course, they struggled. They struggled the following week, but somehow I was still able to win the championship.
Shout out to Joe Flacco, Delaware Blue Hen, now with the Indianapolis Colts. A shout out to a few other Blue Hens getting some chances here at the next level. Is Jackson Taylor with I believe it was a camp invite to the Kansas City Chiefs, and then Jordan Townsend with a camp invite to the Cleveland Browns.
Where's your camp invite?
I'm still waiting.
It's in the mail?
I'm still waiting on it.
It's probably in the mail.
Hopefully.
Probably got lost.
Yeah, I got some time. I can get out there. Starting things here in the fourth inning. 4-5-6 for William Penn. It'll be the pitcher, John Grabowski, to start. He grounded out his first time up. First pitch out of the zone, 1-0.
Bet you that Pat Garrianis stole it.
Pat Garrianis. Thought we were going to have him with us here tonight. The 1-0 pitch comes in low, 2-0. But I will say, if Pat's missing it, he's always doing something. You know, he's got something else he's brewing up. (2-0) to start things here in the fourth inning. Grabowski rips this one. That's going to get through into left field. Grabowski with his first hit of the night, and the leadoff man aboard for William Penn.
Each team now with 4 hits in this one, Nick.
It's going to bring up the first baseman, Mikey Baker. He started the 2-run second inning with that infield hit. And now he'll step in with Grabowski at first, nobody out. Squares around, the pitch is bunted, lifted in the air. Herb can't get to it. 0-1 to Baker after the foul bunt.
You know, our colleague Mike Lang was going over the edge tonight. Everyone check on him, make sure he's okay.
He was doing that today?
Yeah. The media one, I think, was for today.
Oh, if you were doing it. Gotcha, yeah.
And I think he signed up for it. He was all excited about it. I said, not me.
I'll be there tomorrow. A shout out to everyone that's going to be donating their time for that.
Yep, it really is. Great
event. It's going to be a great
event.
event. So, again, all those people going over the edge, I'll have a chance to talk to you before you do so. But John Busby does such a great job with all that. It's going to be such a fun day tomorrow for a fantastic cause. And, again, there's always ways to help out, to donate, etc. So you can all check that out. But it's going to be fun. And if you're going over, I'll see you tomorrow.
Are you going over, Nick?
No, I'm not going over today. Not this week.
Smart man. Smart man.
0-2 pitch to Baker comes in low, 1-2.
Mike was going to wear his GoPro, so I'm waiting for the footage on YouTube.
The 1-2 pitch is chopped foul down the first base line. One and two to Baker, and Tyler fires over to first. Grabowski back in.
about Robbie Johnson Jr. receiving a offer from Temple University?
There we go. Fold him, tipped into the glove of Herb, and a big strikeout for Tyler to retire and get his first out here in the fourth. So one away, a runner on after the catcher Colby Gilbert, who ripped a single his last time up.
Okay, before you know it, you'll be back at Blue Hen Stadium covering football.
It's
games.
right around the corner. As the first pitch to Gilbert misses 1-0.
It's their last one in Division One.
That's right. It'll be
Double A.
a fun year to wrap up with some of these CAA longtime opponents. It could be the last battle of the Blue Jays.
I was just about to say it would be interesting to see if they keep that one going. I had my season tickets with my uncle. I always look forward to those Delaware Villanova
those were the
games.
games
But
back in
recently
the
it's
day.
been one-sided, hasn't it?
A little bit.
Seems
a
like
little bit. The 2-0 pitch is in there for a strike. 2-1 now. To Gilbert, a runner on, one away as the sun's starting to set here at Caravel Academy. And now the 2-1 delivery to Logan Gilbert. Fouled back, 2-2 to the catcher. Nixon Pacers in action tonight, some NBA playoffs. Eight o'clock start time there on TNT. The 2-2 pitch is fouled off by Gilbert yet again.
just want to know how much money New York put into the payroll of these officials. First in the Sixers.
We'll say
here.
the 2-minute report has not been their friend here in the postseason.
Officials got to
But the
hate
officials have been.
that. The officials have to hate that 2-minute report.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
They don't get any call right in the last 2
And
minutes of the game. It's
you know,
amazing.
don't see the point of it, really. It's pretty frustrating, you know, like, oh, here's what we should have happened, but we didn't. It didn't happen, and nothing can be fixed. But
Right. You're making fans more upset by doing it. You're making the officials upset. They don't need to know. They don't want everyone to know they made the mistake. They saw it the first time.
they say they want transparency. Not sure, though, if that's the right way to go about it. Runner takes off. Ground ball to Alston, looking for two. Bone has one. The throw to first is in time. And a double play for Caravel here to end things in the fourth inning. 4-6-3 is William Penn will strand one. They do have a 2-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the fourth here at Caravel Academy. 2-1, William Penn in front of the Bucks. To the bottom of the fourth inning here in Bear, Delaware, the home of the Buccaneers here at Caravel Academy, coming in ranked number 10 in the state, taking on number 8 ranked William Penn. They take the trip over here from Newcastle. A 2-1 lead for the Colonials. Both teams scoring their runs in the second inning. We're heading down to the bottom of the fourth, as it'll be the catcher, Miguel Herb, set to lead things off here for the Buccaneers. 4-5-6. Herb struck out his first time up. Lifts this one in the air. Foul coming right at us again. Almost tracked down. Good hustle over here on this side of the field in foul territory by the Colonials. Just unable to get there as it drops right in front of Courier and Leitner.
I was a dead man there, Nick, with all the runners running towards us.
It looked like for a second it was going to drop right onto the table.
Thought Nick Alice the Dream was going to make the catch.
I was thinking about it. If it was coming over here, I would have made a nice run at it. But don't catch it if it stays in fair territory, right? That's what they say. As William Penn might not have been happy.
You'd be probably thrown out of here.
That one fouled back. Cal remains 0-2 to the catcher, Miguel Herb.
That's what happens if you do it in the Philly Stadium.
The 0-2 pitch from Grabowski, a sliced foul onto the roof of Caravel Academy.
Roof ball.
So Herb staying alive here, fouling off a few consecutive pitches. That one comes in high, 1-2.
I think they should make a teacher go up there tomorrow and get all the foul balls.
That's where Nick should be sitting to film. The 1-2 pitch.
It could probably be a good angle.
Lifted into left field. Paoli coming on, and he'll haul it in for out number 1. So that's going to bring up the DH, Will Potts. He struck out his last time up.
We're playing Mike Lang's theme music.
Big country guy.
Oh, yeah.
First pitch, it's a breaking ball, swung on and driven in the air to deep center. Turner, though, is back, will settle underneath it and haul it in. So a 1 pitch out, this time to Potts.
Pitcher's
and
best
now
friend.
2 away. Back-to-back flyouts for Grabowski. 2 away now here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and that'll bring up the right fielder, Miles Raymond. He started the 1-run inning back in the 2nd with a single. Had the first hit of the game, or second hit of the game for Caravel as the breaking ball misses low to start the at-bat, so 1-0 to Miles Raymond. Back-to-back breaking balls. That one lands. Gavin Evans awaiting on deck here for Caravel. That pitcher, Grabowski, blows it by him for strike 2. So maybe looking for a different pitch, and now 1-2 the count to Miles Raymond, again, who singled and scored his last time up, trying to get him to chase that one. Good eye. So that'll even it up here, 2-2 to the right fielder. There's nobody on, 2 away. He's going to make contact and drive it foul, and that will get out of play.
A lot of foul balls here today.
Right, don't want to speak too soon after what I called what was a 2 RBI single earlier on the phenomenal throw by P.J. Wilson to the plate to get that second runner. So it's keeping the Colonials ahead in this one. The 2-2. It's hit hard on the ground. Courier can't have it. Into the glove at shortstop of Widener to throw. Scooped by Baker at first, and he got him. What a play to end the inning. A heck of a job at shortstop by Justin Widener to throw across the diamond, and what a scoop over there by Mikey Baker to wrap things up here in the 4th. We're heading to the 5th here at Caravel Academy. 2-1 Colonials out in front of the Buccaneers. It's Wednesday Night Baseball here on Delaware Live Sports.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Sodell Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Sodell Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Sodell Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out.
Happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
And welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports. Nick Allison Jr. alongside Jason Winchell and Nick Halliday. We are through 4 innings here at Caravel Academy between the 10th-ranked Buccaneers and the 8th-ranked Colonials. A 2-1 score in favor of visiting William Penn. Both teams scoring their runs back in the 2nd inning. We've been scoreless through the last 2 as Tim Tyler set to head back out onto the hill for the Buccaneers. It's going to be 7, 8, 9 here for the Colonials to start in the top of the 5th inning. The DH Christian Figueroa Colon, followed by the shortstop Widener, and then the right fielder P.J. Wilson.
Nick, through the first 2 innings, both teams combined for 7 hits. 1 hit between the 2 teams the next 2 innings. So the pitchers are settling down. That's why that play at the plate looms large right now.
Huge, that being the play of the game so far. So here's Christian Figueroa Colon. He grounded out to second his first time up. Swings at that pitch. Threw it for strike 1. Again, sun setting over there back behind left field here at Caravel. This one fouled right at us, and whew, fancy play over there by the third base coach. Nifty play. Hopefully got that on camera. 0-2 the count. So Figueroa Colon gonna have to battle back here with 2 strikes. The pitch from Tyler is fouled back and out of play. Oh, and 2. Pitch just missing. So 1-2 the count to Figueroa Colon to start things here in the top of the 5th inning. And now the 1-2. It's hit softly, slow roller over to second. Alston charging the bare hand play is not going to be in time. So tough over there between Bone, Tyler, and Alston to see who was going to grab that slow roller down the first base side. It ended up being Alston, who came a long way from second base and wasn't able to get it over there in time. It's going to be an infield hit for Christian Figueroa Colon.
Yeah, right, again, put it in the right spot.
So leadoff man aboard here in the 5th inning. And now we'll have a pinch runner for the Colonials as Michael Paoli, the left fielder, will run for the DH, Figueroa Colon. So that's going to bring up the shortstop, Justin Widener. Widener 1 for 1 with a triple his first time up. So set to resume action after the infield hit to start things in the 5th for William Penn.
We haven't seen too many leadoff hitters on tonight.
Widener squares around, the throw to first, keeping Paoli close to home over there. He's in safely. First pitch of the at-bat is in there for a strike to Widener.
I know. Yep, that's what I said.
So 0-1 to the shortstop, Widener. P.J. Wilson on deck. Runner on first here for the Colonials, looking for some more runs here. Tyler once again will check on Paoli. He'll square around. The 0-1 pitch is low. And now looks like they may have caught Paoli. The throw to Bone, who's covering the bag at second. He applies the tag, and a big out for the Buccaneers. And a good job on the awareness on the infield by Caravel and Miguel Herb behind the plate.
Yeah. Great play.
So Widener will stay in. The count remains 0-2 to the shortstop, now 1 away here in the top of the 5th for the Buccaneers. And something over there from our umpire. Count remains 0-2 to Widener. Widener going to rip one. That's going to get down into left field. So Widener with a multi-hit day for the shortstop. After tripling in his first at-bat, rips a single in his second. So a one-out base runner in Widener. Now here comes the 9-hitter, the right fielder, P.J. Wilson. He grounded out to Tyler, the pitcher, his last time up. And then the top of the order, and Sean Roy awaiting on deck. Tyler fires to first. Pitch comes inside from Tyler. So 1-0 to start to P.J. Wilson. Now the 1-0. Good pitch from Tyler. Wilson takes a strike looking, 1-1. Widener at first, 1 away here in the top of the 5th inning on a beautiful night at Caravel Academy. In a tight 2-1 ball game, a pitcher's duel here between Grabowski and Tyler. And the 1-1 pitch coming to P.J. Wilson. Good eye, leaves it up out of the zone. Two and 1 to Wilson. Swings through. That'll leave it up at 2-2 to the right fielder.
Colonial's looking for that insurance run here as we get to the 5th inning here, Nick.
2-2 with 1 out and a runner on for the Colonials here at the top of the 5th inning. Tyler will fire back over to first. Two is once again fired over. Two pitch is inside, in and out of the glove of Herb behind the plate.
Did it hit him?
I don't think it hit him. Nope, don't think so.
Okay.
So Widener will take second base with 1 out. So he moves into scoring position for P.J. Wilson. And a 3-2 full count with 1 away here in the top of the 5th. The payoff pitch is ripped, coming right at us. And we'll do it again.
Nick, I was at Sally Smyrna yesterday. I saw them take a bat away from one of the players.
Oh, whoa.
Right? The Smyrna coach asked for bat to be taken away. Sally's kid went and got his teammate's bat, singled in the run. I think that was a bad decision by that Smyrna coach. I still want to know what was wrong with the bat. They never said.
I'm not aware of those rules.
Were they checking the measurements? I don't know. I mean,
3-2, and a big strikeout got him looking. Another one for Tyler for the second out here in the 5th.
I was trying to listen to the manager talk to the umpire, and goes, using it for 15 games, and the home umpire goes, "I'm not the one who did it. It was the base umpire who took it away."
Ah. So that's going to bring up the second baseman. Top of the order now here for the Colonials, and Sean Roy. Roy 0 for 2 with a strikeout lined out to left his last time up. So 2 away now here for Caravel in the top of the 5th. Widener over at second after the pass ball.
What they call that, Nickers?
A strike.
Strike.
So 0-1 to leadoff man Roy with a runner in scoring position. Goes down and gets this one, drives a soft blooper into shallow center. Alston on his way back from second, and he'll make the catch. So William Penn able to threaten. Winder moves into scoring position, but Caravel able to get out of the inning with no damage done. And a 2-1 lead for the Colonials. We head to the bottom of inning number 5 here at Caravel Academy in a battle of top 2 teams. We'll be right back on Delaware Live Sports. Back live on Delaware Live Sports to the bottom of the 5th inning between Caravel and William Penn. A 2-1 lead for the visiting Colonials over the home Buccaneers. Grabowski versus Tyler in a battle of fantastic pitchers here this year. So here we are now, bottom of the 5th inning. It'll be the center fielder, Gavin Evans. He singled to left his last time up, stole second, and then was gunned out at the plate on that heck of a throw out in right field by P.J. Wilson. First pitch went for a ball, second pitch is low. So 2-0 to start to Evans. 7-8-9 here for Caravel, Evans, Awarda, and then Garrett Bone.
Nick, one team we were talking about. How about Appoquinimink? They started the year 2-9. They have to be 500 to get in, so they have to win their last 7 games. Won 5 of the 5 they played. 2 games away from possibly getting into the playoffs.
And that's a team that's going to be coming in hot that you might not want to play as one of those upper seeds. That pitch misses out of the zone. So 3-1 to start to Evans to lead off things in the bottom of the 5th. Swings through for strike 2, and now another full count. Grabowski has seen a handful of them so far here tonight against this Caravel lineup.
And I'm a big fan of that 500 rule. Have to have a 500 record to get in.
3-2 pitch is lifted softly in the air. That might get down. It's going to be trouble, and it drops. And now the tying run aboard, a leadoff single for the center fielder, Gavin Evans, who has a multi-hit game himself.
It's Caravel's first hit since the 2nd inning.
Back-to-back hits to left field for Evans, and as Jason said, his first hit that also went to left came back in the 2nd. So he had one of those hits in the 2nd inning, and now the first here in the 5th, as the leadoff man is aboard here now for the left fielder, Truman Awerda. Awerda shows bunt, gets it by him. Does Grabowski. Believe they called that a strike.
think he swung anyway.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think he went around. Yeah, I think he squared around. So it is 0-1. Throws a breaking ball past him again that time. So 0-2 to Huerta, who looked to be trying to get one down. But quickly now down 0-2. We'll see if that changes things. Evans at first, nobody away. That pitch comes in high, 1-2 now to Truman Huerta. If you know Huerta, the left fielder, also the quarterback of the football team coming off a state championship.
That was a dominant team.
Fouled it off. Count remains 1-2. That's right. Huerta, quarterback now for a couple years. They were undefeated heading to that state championship last year against another undefeated team in Friends, and unable to get that one. But they respond again with another incredible season this year, and then undefeated state champs in the fall.
Yeah, I think they could have played up with those 3A teams this year.
This ball's ripped up the middle. That's going to get through. Back-to-back hits for Caravel. Has two guys are on board here with nobody out.
Her team's now with 6 hits, Nick.
So first and second, as the outfield now with their 4th hit of the game between Evans, Huerta, and Bone, and that's going to bring up, now Garrett Bone, the first baseman, who singled his last time up. Top of the order on deck now for Caravel. 2 runners on, nobody out. He tries to square around, got a piece and another foul tip. So 0-1 to Garrett Bone.
And Nick, he had that hit that you thought and I thought was going to be a 2-run single. Turned out an RBI single. And right now, that's the difference in this game.
Good bunt is laid down. It's going to be fired to Courier, third. A heads-up play by Gilbert behind the plate to get the lead runner.
Heck of a play by him, and that's understanding the situation, Nick. A lot of people wouldn't have made that throw. They would have got the short out of first base. He knew he had time, and he made a great play on it.
That's good for the first out of the inning. So runners back at first and second now for the top of the order in Zane Bone, who was 0 for 2 with a strikeout. That pitch got by Gilbert. Runners are going to take off. The throw to third. And that was a really close play. It looked like it was going to be an easy bag for Huerta. It was a bang-bang play as the tag from Courier was just not in time.
Yeah, that's a good description of it, Nick. It was bang-bang play there. And just gets in on head to tag and puts 2 runners in scoring position again with the 1 out.
Grabowski steps off, as Jason mentioned, just 1 away here. And now that tying run at third and the go-ahead run, as Jason alluded to, in scoring position at second. 1-0 the count to the leadoff man, Zane Bone. That pitch comes in high. 2-0 to the shortstop.
Great hitters count, right, Nick? 2-0. You can look for 1 pitch, and if it's not in that area, you don't need to swing.
And first base is open. Grabowski fires and swung, tipped into the glove of Gilbert. 2-1 the count now to Bone.
And there you just tip your cap to the pitcher. He just made a pitch right there.
Bottom of the 5th inning, a 1-run ball game. This one hit on the ground. It'll score the run. And we're all tied up. They get the out at first as Widener makes the play, but it's an RBI for Bone.
Good piece of hitting there, right? With 1 out, the infield back, Nick. Put the ball in play. Get yourself the RBI on it.
Alston now will step in. He's got a hit tonight. He's 1 for 2, and now sitting right there at third base is the go-ahead run in Garrett Bone. But 2 outs, that first pitch misses. 1-0 to Aiden Alston.
Why that?
Alston gonna rip this one into center. Turner has a beat on it, and he's right there to haul it in to limit the damage to just 1. As Caravel will strand a runner, but they tie things up here with 1 run in the bottom of the 5th. An RBI for Zane Bone, and we are all tied 2-2 as we head to the 6th here at Caravel Academy in a battle of top 10 teams.
Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon. Hi,
And welcome back into Delaware Live Sports. Nick Alessandrini alongside Jason Winchell, Nick Calladay. A one-run put up by the Buccaneers in the bottom of the fifth inning ties this thing up at 2. As the Colonials been holding on to a one-run lead since that second inning. So we're all knotted at 2 here as we begin the 6th. On a beautiful night in Bear, Delaware, the home of the Buccaneers here at Caravel.
And the one thing you and I have not been keeping track is that's the pitch count.
That's right.
So it'd be interesting to see where these two pitchers are. I think they're in pretty good shape.
It'll be 2-3-4 here for William Penn in the 6th. As it'll be Noah Courier, followed by Turner, and then Grabowski. Tyler back out on the hill, the lefty ready to go.
And remember, Nick, both these teams played yesterday, so if anyone threw over 25 pitches yesterday, they're not available today.
So infield breaks for the Buccaneers, and we're ready for 6th inning action. We're all tied up at 2, and it'll be Noah Courier. Courier 0 for 2 with a strikeout today against Tyler. First pitch is in there, and Tyler starts off the at-bat with a strike. Going to be the third time up and down this Colonial lineup today. So the third time these William Penn hitters will be seeing Tyler. Squares around as the fastball is blown by him for strike 2.
Each team 2 runs on 6 hits. As we head to the 6th. I didn't think we were going to see 12 total hits between the two teams, but
brought the bats tonight.
Yep, credit to them.
0-2 pitch. Misses to Courier, 1-2 now to the third baseman. Like I said, crowd continues to get bigger here on a beautiful night in Bear.
Absolutely. Yeah, like nothing better to do on this Wednesday night. Come down and watch some baseball.
Allen misses high. 2-2. We're evened up now to Courier.
Enjoy the last day of this beautiful weather. It's going to be in the 50s this weekend.
2-2. Nobody out. The 2-2 delivery skips in. And now a full count to start things here in the top of the 6th inning to Noah Courier.
I mean, like we were saying earlier, we've had all 4 seasons in the last 4 weeks of the.
Oof, it's been crazy.
We had frost one morning. We have had heat warnings. We've had cold, rainy weather, and just been can't figure this out.
The 3-2 payoff pitch to Courier got him swinging, and Tyler starts off the 6th with a strikeout.
That's
Number
huge.
5 so far in this one for Tyler.
He was up 0-2. I mean, he got ahead 0-2 and then threw 3 straight balls, but he was able to get the strikeout there. That's huge to get that first out. You do not want that leadoff runner to get on.
Now here's the 3-hitter, the center fielder, Hassan Turner. He's 0 for 2. He flew out to center his last time up. First pitch to Turner. Misses for ball 1. Turner had the go-ahead RBI in the win against DMA the last time we had the luxury of seeing the Colonials in action, maybe 3 weeks ago to a month ago. Was it that long? As that breaking ball misses high, 2-0. Seems like it might have been.
It was.
Time flies. Whew.
And that was the week they beat DMA and
That's
St.
right.
Mark's.
What a week.
Then the following week, they lost to Sally's in Odessa. That's why I said it's wide open this year.
2-0 pitch is swung through for the first strike of the at-bat
You
to
got
Hassan Turner.
DMA, who's sitting behind us. They're having a great year. Central, Tech, CR. We got a chance to see CR this year. They're good. They beat DMA.
2-2 is that, or excuse me, 3-1 as that one misses outside. So a hitter's count here to Turner with one away.
We haven't even talked about Sanford Concord yet.
The 3-1 pitch. Turner swings through, and now another full count, back-to-back full counts here to start the 6th inning. The last one resulted in a Courier strikeout.
If William Penn, you like seeing this. He's thrown at least, this pitch number 12 of the inning already.
The 3-2. Got him looking. A fastball right down the pipe. First strike 3. 6th strikeout of the game for Tyler. Some work up in the bullpen for William Penn. And that's Justin Widener, the shortstop, that was getting loose. So now 2 away for Grabowski. This one lasered right at us down the third baseline, foul.
Chance for him to help himself here, Dick, by getting on base. Try and start a 2-out rally.
The 0-1 to Grabowski after the foul tip, out in front of that pitch. Fooled him, and now 0-2. So Caravel looking for a 1-2-3 after tying things up in the bottom of the 5th. And now a strike away from getting it as Tyler looking to strike out the side. Here's the 0-2. Blows it up by Herb, the catcher, high. 1-2 the count.
A little extra adrenaline kicking in there, Nick.
That one had some extra velo on it. So 1-2 to Grabowski, 2 away here in the top of the 6th. A tie ball game, 2-2 between William Penn and Caravel. Tyler winds in the 1-2 pitch. Misses the zone, even it up at 2-2 now. The 2-2 delivery is fouled up in the air, out of play. So Grabowski staying alive here after trailing the count 0-2, takes 2 pitches for balls and then fouls another off. Tyler steps back on. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs at the top of the 6th. To Grabowski. Breaking ball, swing and a miss for another strikeout, and Tyler strikes out the side here in the 6th inning. To the bottom half we go here at Caravel Academy, all tied at 2 between the Buccaneers and the Colonials. Conclusion coming up here. We'll be right back. Bottom of the 6th inning between the Buccaneers and the Colonials as Caravel adds one in the bottom of the 5th to tie it, and now looking to take the lead here at the bottom of the 6th. Grabowski back out for William Penn. And has a strike swinging on the first pitch to Tim Tyler.
How about Tyler in the top of the 6th? He mowed him down. Strikeout, strikeout, strikeout. And now
Struck out the side.
Now he gets a chance to bat here.
That one misses 1-1 to the pitcher Tyler. 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. Struck out his last time up in the 3rd inning.
What a great crowd here.
Beautiful night for baseball. The 1-1 to Tyler is swung, fouled back, and into the parking lot. So 1-2 to Tyler. It'll be 3-4-5 here for Caravel in the bottom of the 6th inning. Tyler, Herb, and Potts. That group still looking for their first hit of the day. That one misses. 2-2 to Tyler.
Big thank you to Caravel Athletic Director Craig Bailey.
Oh, love Craig.
Making sure we're set up and ready to go here tonight.
Back-to-back balls has us at another full count for Grabowski. This time to Tyler, who starts things at the bottom of the 6th inning. A big pitch coming up.
Of course, we were here last night for softball.
And got him swinging a big strikeout for Grabowski to start things here in the 6th.
Pitchers got out there in the 6th inning and said, all right, fielders, you've been doing a good job, but we're striking. It's time for strikeouts.
6th strikeout of the evening for Grabowski. That'll bring up the catcher, Miguel Herb. 0 for 2, flew out to left field back in the 4th inning in his last plate appearance. 0-1 to the catcher, Herb. Got a piece of that one, but behind the count now 0-2. Some work now heading down in the bullpen for Caravel.
Yeah, like I said, we haven't been keeping track of pitch counts, but with all the foul balls, I think we got to be getting close for each pitcher.
A 3-pitch strikeout for Grabowski was back-to-back Ks here in the 6th.
That's 5 total Ks here between the 2 pitchers in the 6th inning, Nick. They're not fooling around.
7th strikeout of the evening for Grabowski.
It's time for Mike Lang's walk-up music.
And he has a strike there, swings through it, does Potts. He was 0 for 2, 0-1 quickly to Potts. That one misses, 1-1. Caravel is Christian Kennard, the senior who's warming up in the pen. 1-1 the count here to Potts. This one hit on the ground over to second. Easy play, and that'll do it. Here in the 6th inning, clean play for Sean Roy. And we're heading to the 7th. We're all tied at 2. We'll see if somebody can end this thing in regulation when we come back. To the 7th we go here at Caravel Academy, all tied up between number 10 Caravel and number 8 William Penn. Welcome back to Delaware Live Sports. Nick Alessandrini alongside Jason Winchell and Nick Halliday. Tim Tyler is back out here for the 7th after striking out the side in the 6th. Then I'll have to deal with 5, 6, 7 here from William Penn. It starts with Mikey Baker, Colby Gilbert, and then Christian Figueroa Colon. All 3 of those guys have hits tonight for William Penn. So will somebody get a run and end this thing in regulation? Caravel, of course, going into extra innings, most notably with Middletown recently, Jason. And That one was never ending.
Yeah, I think they still need to continue that game. I don't know.
They're still playing technically.
Yeah, I don't know when the continuation date is, this week or next week, but they're going to try and finish that game. I think they're picking it up in the 13th or 14th inning.
Well, let's hope we don't get that tonight here on a Wednesday night. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I mean, at least here we got lights.
Exactly. We could play forever.
Now the kids have school tomorrow, and you and I and Dick have things we got to do
That's
tomorrow.
absolutely right.
But
here we go to the 7th inning, 2-2 between William Penn and Caravel. Mikey Baker, the first baseman, sent to lead things off for the Colonials. An infield single in his first at-bat, struck out in his second at-bat. So Baker 1 for 2 as the lefty steps in. Tyler coming off of striking out the side in the 6th inning. 7 strikeouts on the evening for Tyler. Baker gonna rip this one. That's into the glove of Alston at second base.
Top play candidate. What a play.
Nice reaction time by Aiden Alston. And now quickly 1 away here in the 7th.
Pitcher's best friend, especially as both these pitchers get closer to the pitch count. Nothing like a 1 pitch out.
So here's Gilbert, 1 for 2 with a single for the catcher. He came around and scored back in the 2nd inning. One of the 2 runs scored today for William Penn. First pitch misses, 1-0 to Gilbert. Second pitch finds the zone. 1-1 to Colby Gilbert with 1 away here in the 7th inning. Tyler fires that one inside, 2-1. Now the 2-1 delivery skips in, 3-1 now the count here to Gilbert. And a chance for the Colonials potentially to get somebody on base here in the 7th inning. But Tyler has retired 5 straight. Comes back with a fastball on that inside corner. Full count, 3-2 to the catcher, Colby Gilbert with 1 away here in the 7th in a tie ball game. Breaking ball and a good hold and a good eye by Gilbert, who check swung but didn't go around. And now a 1-out base runner and the go-ahead runner on first here in the 7th inning for William Penn. It's actually the first walk issued by Tyler tonight. I believe by either pitcher tonight.
Yeah, that looked close. He said that was a good eye because that was really close.
Figueroa Colon will square around. Infield will rotate, and as Tyler fires over to first.
I really like this umpire strike zone. Consistent.
He's been good tonight.
He's been really good.
So Figueroa Colon waiting for his first pitch here. Now with Gilbert at first. He fires, trying to get the bunt down on the high fastball, but fouls it off.
Is that the first pitch, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So 0-1 the count to the DH, Christian Figueroa Colon. The shortstop, Justin Widener, is on deck. He's 2 for 2 with a triple and a single. So if they can get him up here, that would be the goal. He'll square around again. Tyler fires. Got a piece of it to the backstop, and now quickly 0-2 as both of these pitchers have done a good job of working around some of these bunt attempts today.
Yeah. Nick, as a fielder, that third baseman, he's right on top of you. I'm always afraid that they're going to take the bunt back and swing. Oh, my.
Now, a quick pause in the action maybe for some baseballs here. The count, though, remains 0-2 to Figueroa Colon with 1 out and a runner on here for William Penn.
If I had to guess, I would think the bunt is no longer an option.
Tyler looking for strikeout number 8. That pitch misses outside, 1-2 to the DH. Heck of a crowd here into this one. The 1-2 pitch coming up, and a pause in the action, time called. One and two to Figueroa Colon. Swings through for a strikeout for Tyler, then throwing behind the runner at first. But back in safely, but the strikeout is good for out number 2. Strikeout number 8 for Tyler. And now that'll bring up the shortstop, Justin Widener, who's been real hot tonight. 2 for 2 with a triple and a single. And the go-ahead run at first. Widener was the last batter to get a hit off of Tyler back in the 5th inning.
So they try and find some way to get the runner in motion here. In a 2-2 game, you would like to get that runner in scoring position with 2 outs.
So Widener steps in with 2 outs. The go-ahead runner at first is Gilbert. First pitch at the at-bat misses. Gilbert's going to take off. It was in the dirt, and he's in there in time. So just a small bobble by Herb behind the plate as that ball was just lost for half a second in the dirt, and Gilbert able to move into scoring position.
I figured that try and get that to go-ahead run out there.
So there he is now at second. 1-0 count to Widener. Pitch comes in high as Herb going to try to look back. Colby Gilbert, 2-0 the count. Now here to Widener. P.J. Wilson awaiting on deck if we get there for William Penn. But Widener ahead in the count on Tyler here, 2-0. And a single might put the Colonials up in this one. The 2-0 pitch. Laid on it, but fouled back over the dugout of Caravel. So 2-1 now here to Justin Widener. Gilbert at second in scoring position with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th of a tie ball game, 2-2. Tyler with the 2-1 delivery. Comes inside as Widener gets out of the way. 3-1 now to the shortstop.
Say they'd give him anything to hit here.
He's been the most dangerous player in the
That's
lineup
what I'm
tonight.
saying. First base open. Maybe try and nibble on the corners. Don't.
And we're getting word this could be Tyler's last batter, so he wants to get through 7. We'll see if Kennard comes in after. 3-1 to Widener. And took a strike. So 3-2 full count to the shortstop, Justin Widener, who's 2 for 2 tonight.
Yeah,
Colby Gilbert at second base, 2 outs here in the 7th.
I figured he was close. And like you said, if you start the batter, you can finish the batter.
Crowd on their feet, 3-2 to Widener. Fouls it off, we'll do it again. Three-two, full count to Widener. We'll do it again after the foul ball. Tie game, top of the 7th inning. Tyler will step off. Biggest at bat to this point of the ball game. Here is Tyler battling Widener. The 3-2. Comes inside. And they're going to call him out. Batter's interference as the catcher tried to throw down the third. Not sure there was a steal attempt. It was a walk to Widener, who was throwing his bat and taking off his equipment. And he's going to get called out.
I've seen that
That's
couple
a
times.
big call.
Nick.
To the bottom of the seventh here in a battle of two top 10 teams. We're all tied up 2-2. A chance for Caravel to walk it off here at home on a Wednesday night. Nick Alexandrini alongside Jason Winchell and Nick Holliday. Interesting end to the top of the seventh inning. Jason was runner on second, 2 outs. A full count, 3-2 to the shortstop, Justin Widener. It was a walk that would have put runners on first and second. Herb came up throwing to third on ball 4. It ended up hitting Widener, who was taking off his equipment, throwing his bat back to the dugout after getting walked. The umpire calling interference on Widener as the ball hit the bat. Not even sure if the runner from second was heading to third. Must have been, I would have guessed. I'm out of my point of view there. But it was it was interference on Widener, the hitter, after the walk, and it resulted in the final out of the inning.
Right. So therefore, he's out. The batter's out. If the runner, I believe, on a third strike like that, if there was just one out, the runner could also be called out. So it's interesting. I haven't seen that in years. I've seen it twice in the last week. So I think it's a point of emphasis that they're looking for. As the batter, you have to make sure you let the catcher have a swing. Now, that's a tough one because that's
after a walk.
He's walking, so he's trying to throw his bat aside and all that.
It resulted in the final out of the inning with runners in scoring position for William Penn. So a tough break for the Colonials. And now here we are in the bottom of the seventh, a chance to walk it off for the Buccaneers. It starts with the right fielder, Miles Raymond, who's 1 for 2 with a single. First pitch was a ball, second pitch is fouled off. So 1-1 to Raymond. It'll be Raymond, Evans, Owerda, 6, 7, 8 coming up for Caravel, and that's where their rallies have all started.
It really has, and now they get a new pitcher out there.
It'll be the shortstop, Justin Widener, who was the player that was called for interference just a few moments ago after being walked for the final out in the top of the seventh. So he'll have to shake it off, get back out there on the hill as he takes over for Grabowski, and he's ahead 1-2. And the breaking ball got him looking, and Widener, he shook it off all right, and a strikeout to start things in the seventh.
That's right. Nick, he shook it off. He went out there, didn't worry about it. That's over, right? That play's over. Forget about it.
Yeah, we were texting earlier in the day, and I said the great ones, they flush it out, right? Short memory, the great ones have. I forget what we were referencing it to.
Oh, I know what you're referencing to. My golf game today. I actually hit the ball pretty well. I just couldn't putt today.
The first pitch swung and fouled off 0-1 to the center fielder, Gavin Evans. Evans is 2 for 2 with 2 singles, both to left field. As the lefty takes that pitch, now 1-1 to him. The 1-1 pitch now to Evans. Misses outside. 2-1 now. As you can hear in that Caravel dugout getting into it here, and that's what you dream of, right? Bottom of the 7th inning, a tie game, a chance to walk things off. The 2-1 pitch misses. 3-1. So 1 away already here in the bottom of the 7th inning. A strikeout for Widener, and the first batter he faced in Miles Raymond, and now he has the center fielder Gavin Evans, and the 3-1 pitch is hit straight up in the air. That's coming right to us. And diving and almost hauling it in was Courier, but couldn't. A diving play, even might have hit his glove. As I would have made a play, Jay, on it, but like I said earlier, don't want to be, get ejected over here.
I'll tell you what. I've never seen so many balls hit
right at us, right? We got a ball magnet on us today. And that'll take the count to full. So Widener strikes out the first batter, and now a 3-2 count here to Gavin Evans with 1 out in the 7th.
Under both these teams don't like us anymore.
They're hitting at us.
They're hitting at us.
3-2. The count here to the center fielder, Gavin Adams. A tie ball game, bottom of the 7th inning. Evans swings, hit this one up the middle. Feeling it off a hop is Roy. The throw to first is in time. And what plays we've seen by the second baseman from both teams tonight. This time it's Sean Roy fading away, making the throw in time for out number 2.
I didn't think there was any chance, Nick, and he made it look easy. He made it look easy. Tell you what, defense here tonight.
2 up, 2 down now for the Colonials here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Truman Owerda. Owerda 1 for 2 with a single. He singled back in the 5th in his last plate appearance, and he represents the game-winning run, but 2 away now for Widener since entering the game for Grabowski. This one is ripped on the first pitch. Turner out in center, not going to get to it. It's going to roll close to the wall, but it's going to be a long single off the bat of Owerda. And now a 2-out base runner, the go-ahead run on the base pass for the Buccaneers.
One of the longest singles you'll see here.
You ain't kidding. Turner so fast out there in center field, able to get to that ball and get it back in quickly.
Can't risk that third out, too, trying to stretch that into a double.
So now here's the first baseman, Garrett Bone. Bone had that RBI single back in the 2nd inning, almost a 2 RBI single. Again, the throw from P.J. Wilson is what kept this game going. Here's the first pitch to Bone. Swings through for strike 1 on a big hack.
Now that play before, that second out of the inning, that is huge.
Huge. Top of the order on deck, and Zane Bone, the brothers, bat 9-1 for the Buccaneers. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Garrett. Comes up 1-1 now. Again, we'll see Owerda, who is an athlete, quarterback of the football team, has some wheels. We'll see if they get him in motion. The 1-1 pitch. It's a chopper back up the middle. Charging over at shortstop is Grabowski, and he makes the throw. And Grabowski, his first action since moving over to shortstop from the hill. And we're heading to extras here at Caravel Academy. Good thing it's a beautiful night here on Wednesday, 2-2. We're heading to the 8th here in Bear.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Fish On in the Villages of 5 Points. Come check us out. Fish On is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine in a cool atmosphere with a happening bar, spacious dining room, and outside patio. Popular dishes include the seafood stew and fresh oysters from the raw bar. Fish On's recently renovated event room and is the perfect spot for your next event. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points, open 7 days a week, best happy hour around. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Fish On in the Villages of 5 Points. Come check us out. Fish On is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine in a cool atmosphere with a happening bar, spacious dining room, and outside patio. Popular dishes include the seafood stew and fresh oysters from the raw bar. Fish On's recently renovated event room and is the perfect spot for your next event. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points, open 7 days a week, best happy hour around. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Fish On in the Villages of 5 Points. Come check us out. Fish On is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine in a cool atmosphere with a happening bar, spacious dining room, and outside patio. Popular dishes include the seafood stew and fresh oysters from the raw bar. Fish On's recently renovated event room and is the perfect spot for your next event. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points, open 7 days a week, best happy hour around. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodal Concepts. Today we're at Fish On in the Villages of 5 Points. Come check us out. Fish On is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine in a cool atmosphere with a happening bar, spacious dining room, and outside patio. Popular dishes include the seafood.
And welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports. A beautiful Wednesday, so why not play extras? Jay, some free baseball here. Nick Alessandrini, Jason Winchell, Nick Halliday, number 10, Caravel, and number 8, William Penn. It's been a fun one back and forth. It was 2 on the top of the board in the second for William Penn. 1 answered by Caravel in that second inning, and then Caravel answers with a run back in the 5th to tie it up at 2. We've been scoreless ever since, and we're heading to the 8th. A new pitcher coming out for Caravel Academy. What a night it was for Tim Tyler, who has 8 strikeouts, gave up just 2 runs, 6 hits. And coming in to relieve him here in the 8th inning for Caravel will be the senior Christian Kennard. So Kennard going to deal with P.J. Wilson, then top of the lineup. 9-1-2 coming up this inning for William Penn. We're into extras. We're tied at 2, and we're underway. First pitch misses low, so 1-0 to start to P.J. Wilson, who had one of our fantastic defensive plays. We've had a handful in this one. On the single to right, gunning out that go-ahead run back in the second inning, or that tying run back in the second inning, would have been potentially at this point the winning run of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen some defensive plays here.
Yeah, we have. The reason we're going to extras. 1-1 to P.J. Wilson. Kennard fires it in there. Now he's ahead 1-2 to the right fielder. Wilson 0 for 2 today. Kennard will step off. So we are fully blown under the lights here at Caravel tonight now. 1-2 pitch is in the dirt, evens it up at 2-2 to Wilson. The 2-2 pitch. Got him swinging, and another strikeout in his first batter he faces for Christian Kennard. And 1 away here in the top of the 8th. Back to the top of the order now in Sean Roy. Roy 0 for 3 today is the second baseman, hitting on that leadoff spot. 1 out here in the top of the 8th as the lineup turns over for the Colonials. First pitch from Kennard. Misses outside as we say goodbye to our ice cream friends here taking off.
No!
They said, we're only here for regulation, extra innings, we're not on the clock.
They only paid us through the 7th.
He gets a bunt down, tough play, Kennard charging. That throw's going to airmail into the outfield. Now heading to second, the throw is not going to get there. And now winding up in scoring position is Sean Roy. Kennard throwing that late, might not have even had a play at Roy at first.
I think it's an infield signal, and he takes second on the air because I don't think he has a play at first base there. That was a great bunt. I like that call.
And he winds up all the way at second, does Roy. That's right, Jason, a good call there. As this pitch is fouled off now in the first to Courier. So Noah Courier, fantastic hitter this year for William Penn. He's 0 for 3 tonight with 2 strikeouts, but a chance to give them the lead with 1 out and Roy at second base. The count 0-1 here to the third baseman, Noah Courier, in a big spot for William Penn. The lefty fires. That one skips in the dirt. A good job by Herb behind the plate to keep that one in front of him. Pass ball would, again, put Roy at third with one out, so a great job behind the plate. So 1-1 the count with one out. A runner on second here to Noah Courier. Comes in high, 2-1 now. The 2-1 pitch. Swung and got a piece for strike two. So just like that, 2-2 now to Courier with a runner on second, a tie game and extra innings. Kennard entering here in the eighth for Tim Tyler and trying to keep this thing tied up for the Buccaneers. He checks on Roy, and now the 3-2 pitch. It's hit hard on the ground. Bone has it at short. Going to have to go to first. To throw to first is in time. As William Penn faithful wanted maybe the pull off the bag from Tyler, who moved over there from the hill. But that's good for out number two as Roy advances. And now, Jason, they go ahead run at third with two outs here in the top of the eighth. As that's going to bring up the three-hitter, Hassan Turner. Turner 0 for 3 tonight.
This is huge, get that runner on third base. It's key, we've seen some pass balls and some wild pitches here tonight.
Turner, last time we saw him, had the go-ahead RBI to win against DMA. Can he do something similar here? Swings at the first pitch, fouls it back. 0-1. And DMA right behind us today. Sure, they didn't want to hear me say that.
Yeah, I think.
But one of the better teams in the state here also.
You might not be safe.
Hey, they'll know they'll be around postseason time. 0-1 to Turner.
I can't wait for postseason.
Turner hits this one on the ground to Bone. That's going to get through, and the run's going to score. It's going to be an RBI single for Hassan Turner. And William Penn takes a 3-2 lead here in the eighth.
It's huge. Huge, and that.
And Bone was trying to move laterally over there to get a glove on it, but that was hit hard and just got through. Took a hop over his glove. And now here's Grabowski. Grabowski 1 for 3 with a single. First pitch is in there for a strike. So with two outs, a big two-out RBI hit for Turner. That gives the Colonials a 1-run lead here in extras. The 0-1 pitch misses high, 1-1 to Grabowski. Kennard has the sign in 1-1. Here's the pitch. Misses low. 2-1 now the count. Kennard fires over to first. So it should be Widener coming back out for William Penn here in the bottom of the eighth inning, following how things wrap up here in the top half. It's been a fun one to cover for sure here at Caravel Academy. Kennard fires high, 3-1 now. Grabowski lifts this one high in the air to left field. Calling on it and making the play out there is Truman Awerda, and that'll wrap it up here for things in the top half of the 8th, but not before the damage is done. Hassan Turner with an RBI single after an infield bunt from Sean Roy. He took second over to third and then scores on the hit by Turner as William Penn takes a 3-2 lead to the bottom of the 8th. Last chance for Caravel down to their final 3 outs. We'll be right back. To the bottom of the 8th we go here at Caravel Academy, a battle of 2 top 10 teams. Number 10 Caravel, number 8 William Penn, and it's going to take extra innings to decide our victor. Nick Alessandrini alongside Jason Winchell and Nick Halliday. 3-2, an RBI single for Hassan Turner in the top of the 8th gives the Colonials the lead back here as Caravel's down to their final 3 outs, but it's going to start with the top of the order for the Bucks here at the bottom of the 8th inning. 1 run to keep it going, 2 to win it for Caravel.
Yeah, that's key. Colonials getting 1 run, like you said, for the extended. Caravel needs at least 1, 2 to win.
Widener back out on the hill after taking over for Grabowski in the 7th. The top of the order, Zane Bone to lead off for Caravel. 1, 2, 3 for the Bucks in the 8th. Bone 0 for 3 with an RBI today. And he's going to rip this one on the second pitch out to center, but Hassan Turner is there, makes his way over into right field to make the catch. So 1 up, 1 down, and now Caravel down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, Turner was positioned perfectly for that one.
It's going to bring up the second baseman, Aiden Alston. Alston 1 for 3 tonight. He singled his first at bat in the first inning. That one comes inside, 1-0. 1-0 the count to Aiden Alston. Alston with a few web gems over at second base today. As that one's up and in, 2-0 the count to Aiden. Should be 2-0, 3-0 on the scoreboard. I think they're a pitch
I have
ahead.
2-0, but not that I'm right.
I had 2-0 as well. Now the 2-0 pitch. It's a breaking ball over his head, 3-0. So luckily, we were right. Everybody on the field knew it as well, so the count will remain that way. Tying run at the plate here in Alston with 1 out. And a 4-pitch walk to put a runner on. So not what you wanted if you're William Penn, and now a 1-out tying base runner. And a 4-pitch walk from Widener that's going to put the speedy Alston on the base pass for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, with Tyler coming up. Don't think he would bunt, but you never know.
You never know. Tyler 0 for 3 today with 2 strikeouts. 8 strikeouts for him when he was on the mound through his 7 innings. So 1 away, tying run at first here for the lefty, Tim Tyler. First pitch from Widener. Misses again. It's been 5 straight balls from Justin Widener.
Don't want to give him any, Tyler, don't want to give him any free strikes here.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Tyler lifts this one in the air, this one into deep left. Paoli is back there, and he has it at the fence for the second out of the inning. Runner is tagging, and he slides underneath. A heads-up play from Aiden Alston to get from first to second on the deep fly ball to left field, and now he's in scoring position with 2 outs.
He just barely missed that one, Nick.
He did. We had the people around us kind of, when that ball came off the bat, like it had a chance. 325 down the left field side. And almost got there. So here we go. That'll bring up the catcher, Miguel Herb, with the tying run at second base and 2 outs. The first pitch from Widener is low for ball 1. Herb 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts tonight for Caravel, the cleanup man. But a chance to right the ship with an RBI to tie this thing up here in extras. First pitch to miss, so 1-0 to Herb. Alston, the tying run, is at second base, a 3-2 lead for William Penn. Widener fires, this one's ripped into center, that's gonna get down. Rounding third, the throw from Turner will be cut off to second, and we're all tied up. Both teams down to their final outs and making things happen. A big RBI single for Miguel Herb, and we're tied right back up, this time at 3.
He's still at first, right, Nick?
He's still at first,
okay.
And now a word at the mound. A mound visit coming for the Colonials. So that's going to bring up the DH, Will Potts. Potts is 0 for 3. And now the winning run is at first with 2 outs. And these teams just keep exchanging.
You don't want to go home tonight, Nick.
Nona going to be putting the baby to bed tonight. Told her we're going to extras.
How's she doing? Is she sleeping through the night?
She's been good. She's been good recently. Teeth coming in.
Oh, yeah.
You know, playoff basketball. She wants to stay up for those West Coast playoffs, you know.
Ah.
So here we go. Winning run now at first after the big RBI from Herb. That'll bring up the DH, Will Potts. And Potts fouls off the first pitch back. So 0-1 to Potts is now Herb, I believe, the pincher runner at first base for Caravel.
How about that play, that tag up, Nick? He tags up, gets to second, he's able to score that single.
That was the key. You're right. Here's the 0-1 to Potts. That one in the dirt, 1-1. Then you get to that hot part of the order, 6, 7, 8, which has been hot, I should say, tonight for Caravel and Raymond on deck here if Potts is able to get on. 1-1 the count to Potts. Runner will take off. Potts going to lift this one in the air to right field. Wilson should be able to settle underneath it. And he does as he hauls it in, and we're going to keep this thing rolling. To the 9th we go. Both teams with score 1 in the 8th. Extras here at Caravel.
I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, you know, people coming to work on our kitchen. The room is totally transformed from what it used to look like. To have all this seating now and the big table, the bench seats, it's great. I love coming home and just walking through the laundry room into the kitchen every day. It was just a great experience. We love Ferris. I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. the level of comfort speaking to.
And welcome back into Delaware Live Sports. We're heading to the ninth. Let's play a full 9 innings here at Caravel. Nick Alessandrini, Jason Winchell, and Nick Halliday. We were tied at 2 heading into extras. Both teams add 1 in the 8th inning.
Yeah.
And now we're tied at 3 heading into the 9th on a later night here on Wednesday at Caravel, 9:20 p.m. Eastern. No, not the Dodgers. No, not the Padres. Just some East Coast First State High School baseball. And it has been an action-packed game, a fun back and forth, evenly matched between two teams in the top 10, as they have just been able, the clutch gene tonight from both teams has just been absurd. Getting hits when they need to, scoring when they need to.
Great defense when we need to. Big-time pitching.
So Christian Kennard back out onto the hill, the lefty for the Buccaneers, as it'll be Mikey Baker set to lead things off here in the 8th inning. Baker 1 for 3 with an infield single, back in his first at bat. First pitch to Baker, misses for ball 1. Baker with a shot in his last time up, a laser that was snagged out of the air by Alston over there at second base.
Yeah, we've seen some leather in this one.
Kennard, good pitch. That time evens it up at 1-1. Top of the 9th inning in a 3-3 ball game. The 1-1 pitch misses. 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch to Baker. Misses down and in. And now a hitter's count to the first baseman, 3-1. 5, 6, 7, Baker, Gilbert, Figueroa, Colon coming up here for William Penn. And Baker threw the bat just a second early. Is that one going to be called a strike? And now a full count to Baker. Tough for me to see that one, Jason.
Yeah, I can't see from this angle.
So full count to Baker to start things here in the 9th inning. Going to hit this one on the ground to Alston back at second. Alston couldn't handle it. It took a bad hop. And the leadoff man aboard for William Penn and Mikey Baker here in the 9th inning. It'll be an error, E4.
Alstrini, Major League Baseball scoring on line 2. Everything's got to be a hit nowadays.
Good for the players, I guess. Get them the
I'll
paycheck.
tell you what, man. I listen to the old players on Twitter going, I mean, they'd be winning multiple gold gloves with the scoring in Major League Baseball today.
That pitch misses low to start the at-bat here now to the catcher, Colby Gilbert. Gilbert been a phenomenal hitter in this lineup for Penn this year. He singled back in the second inning. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. And now a mound visit here with a word between Herb and the pitcher, Kennard. So 1-0 to Colby Gilbert with Baker at first and nobody out in a tie ball game. We're into the 9th inning. So those, all of us that are just joining us here.
We're in the witching hour.
The pitch out in front of that one and fouled it off.
Past the cameraman's bedtime.
Approaching past the broadcaster's bedtime, too.
Yeah.
One and one evened up.
I might pull the Eric Snow.
The Eric Snow. I haven't heard Eric Snow in a while. As he beamed him. So that one got away from Kennard. He hits Colby Gilbert. And now that's going to put runners on first and second with nobody out. And Mikey Baker, the go-ahead runner, now in scoring position. So an error puts Baker on first. A hit by pitch puts another runner on, and now Baker at second. So some unforced errors. Here for Caravel, that's going to put some runners on in extra innings. And now the DH, Christian Figueroa Colon, 1 for 3 with an infield single.
This might see where we move those runners into scoring position.
It's actually going to be a pinch hitter. It'll be Michael Paoli, the left fielder, going to pinch hit in the DH spot here. As he's going to show bunt. That one comes in low. So 1-0. It seems to be now they're going to maybe have him square around. So it looks like maybe that's the methodology here for the William Penn coaching staff, entering Paoli here to hit for Figueroa Colon.
Yeah, it might be a better bunter. Like I said, try and move those, just no outs. Try and move those runners into scoring position. I saw one wasn't enough in the 8th inning, so might as well get 2, right, in scoring position.
That first pitch was called a strike. So it must have been squared up. 0-1 now the pitch as Paoli swings through for strike 2. This is Paoli's first at-bat of the evening. So 1-1 to Paoli. Did they say it hit him? Or they say it hit the bat, I believe. I'm not sure what the call was. I think they called it that. I swear the umpire said he hit the batter. Maybe that's why Coach Caldwell's coming up to speak. Or maybe, I'm not sure. Was it a foul ball then? If it was a foul ball, the runner, of course, would have to go back. So trying to digest this one here.
I'm lost for words.
I'm not sure what's going on here.
I
mean,
think
I
he
guess
called it just the ball because now it's 1-2. And
so
it
it
was
didn't. So
0-2.
they're saying it didn't hit anything because that doesn't seem realistic.
And if it is, I'm still trying to figure out why the runner on first base and then second base. He obviously thought it was a foul ball.
Either way, it'll be 1-2 now. Runners on the corners, and Baker, who represents that go-ahead run,
I
is
think
at
it's
third
past
base.
the umpire's bedtime.
My base, so 1-2 the count, and a chance for William Penn to take the lead here.
He's had a tough couple last innings.
Fatigue starting to settle in. And now we're going to have another discussion because I think, like us, Coach Caldwell had a few more questions.
I'm still confused.
So, yeah, we're confused as well. We'll wait to hear what they come up with. We are too far away from home plate to get a actual audio answer or discussion with our umpiring crew. And now they're going to get together. And I guess this was a result, Jason. I think they're going to call foul and send him back to second. That would be my guess. But who knows? I've been wrong a few times. And a few more. Well, I guess they'll say it didn't hit anything, right? Again, that could be right. Maybe I didn't see it. So if that's the case, it was a bunt attempt that flew by him, didn't hit anything. It looked like it hit him as the batter, which was Paoli, went down. Instead, the count remains 1-2. Baker advances from second to third, and a big strikeout for Kennard for the first out of the inning. So on the go-ahead run at third, a big strikeout for the first out of the inning. So a big strikeout for Kennard and Caravel. So that's going to bring up the shortstop, Justin Widener. Widener is 2 for 2 with a walk. He was called out on the last walk for interference. That's right. So runners on the corners, a chance for Widener to give the Colonials the lead back. First pitch is in the dirt, 1-0 to the shortstop.
So, Nick, that walk turned into a strikeout.
That's right. I guess that's what you could call it, huh?
Or, I guess, a walk into an out.
Some way. But 1-0, first pitch misses to Widener. Runners on the corners with one out. Good pitch. That time is in the zone, 1-1.
Still trying to figure out why that runner's on first base. I'm with their cameraman. I'd be sending him. See if you can get force the throw down there.
They got him in a rundown. That's going to get out of the glove of Bone at first, and that's going to lead to Baker on a clear path home. And the Colonials take a lead, and then all the way to third goes Gilbert. Again, just some miscues here from Caravel defensively. Threw a few errant throws and then That time in and out of the glove of Bone at first. And it results in a run.
That's why I said get that runner in motion in first base. Make them throw the ball, and they had him picked off.
So now a 4-3 lead for Penn with one out, and now Gilbert sitting right there at third with a chance to score as well. And we know how big of a difference 2 runs to 1 run could be in terms of insurance, especially late in these ball games.
I guess we figured out in the 8th inning where 1 run wasn't enough.
So Widener will stay in. The count is 2-1. He's going to swing and foul this one off over the batting cage. 2-2, it's all evened up to the shortstop, Widener. This one's going to be hit over the head of the third baseman and into left for a base hit. Gilbert will score. It's going to be an RBI single for Justin Widener, and he's got himself a 3-hit night. Three for 3 with a walk for Widener. And we'll see him in the bottom of the 9th here to see if he can close it out as well. So 2 runs here in the 9th inning for William Penn gives them a 5-3 lead. Here comes P.J. Wilson now, the 9-hitter. Wilson 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts, as Widener now at first with still just 1 away. So Wilson steps in. First pitch is low. Top of the order, and Roy awaiting on deck, and now a 5-3 lead for William Penn as we've had 3 runs for the Colonials scored here in extras. That one misses inside. So I believe 2-0 the count to start.
I have 2-0.
Here to P.J. Wilson.
But I don't know with that home plate umpire. I have to wait till they put it on the board.
Wilson swings through that pitch 2-1, so we are correct there.
All right, now we're good.
Good response again from Kennard after trailing 2-0. Right back to 2-2 now with 1 out and a runner on to P.J. Wilson.
Yeah, he needs to try and get out of this with no more damage.
Fouled off. He'll live to see another pitch. The 2-2. In the dirt. Snap throw to first, and they got him. Herb fires down as Widener is picked off. Or excuse me, and again, that is Tyler at first base, not Garrett Bone. I apologize earlier on the air, as that was in and out of the glove of Tyler that led to the run, but able to make that play there. Now 2 outs in the 9th inning and a 2-run lead for William Penn. Base is now cleared, and the count 3-2 to P.J. Wilson. Hits one right back up the middle off of the glove of Kennard, but he's able to re-corral it and soft toss over to first for the final out at the top of the 9th. Well, Caravel down to their final 3 outs. Well, they were before and able to answer. We'll see if they can do it again here in the 9th. 5-3, William Penn out in front of Caravel. We'll be right back. And welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports to the bottom of the 9th inning. A full 9 here at Caravel between the Bucks and the Colonials. Nick Allison-Drini, Jason Winchell, and Nick Halliday. It's your first orthopedics baseball game of the week, and what a game.
It's the full moon out tonight.
Oof.
Ooh, we've seen it all here.
Well, they've got 9 on the scoreboard, and thank goodness they do, because here we are now in the bottom of the 9th. Caravel trailing 5-3, down to their final 3 outs. They were down to their final 3 outs, trailing by 1 in the 8th. They answered, and we'll see if they could do it again here at home as Widener, I believe, coming back out onto the hill here for William Penn to try to close things out. For the Colonials, Widener having himself a heck of a day at the plate. We'll see if he can once again continue it on the hill. He's 3 for 3 with 2 singles, a triple, and a walk.
And he's about third inning of work here. Gave up the 1 run last inning.
First pitch is swung and fouled back and out of play. It'll be 6-7-8. Miles Raymond, the right fielder, set to lead things off. Raymond 1 for 3 with a single. Raymond, Evans, Awerda trying to keep Caravel alive here.
That's been a good part of the Caravel lineup tonight.
It has been tonight. For sure, as Widener fires. In the zone, taking a strike, looking is Raymond, and he's down 0-2. Breaking ball misses outside. Good eye that time not to chase. And now 1-2 to the right fielder, Miles Raymond. Another pitch out of the zone. That'll leave it up at 2-2.
Leadoff hitter is important here. You don't want him to reach base with a 2-run game.
Big crowd sticking around for this one. As that one misses, and from 0-2 to 3-2, a full count to start things for Caravel in the bottom of the 9th inning. They need 2 runs. William Penn trying to hold on to a extra inning victory. The 3-2 pitch from Widener is fouled back, and we'll do it one more time. The 3-2. This is inside, and the leadoff man aboard for Caravel here in the bottom of the 9th inning, and that's going to bring the tying run to the plate. So here's the center fielder, Gavin Evans. Evans 2 for 3 with 2 singles. And you mentioned this part of the order having success tonight, Jason, and leadoff man aboard. So here's Evans. First pitch is in there for strike 1. Widener was ahead 0-2 on Raymond before the walk, and now ahead 0-1 here to Evans. The 0-1. Another strike taken that time. 0-2 now to Evans. Now the 0-2 pitch is fouled down the first base line.
Heck, you might have to leave for over the edge soon.
That's right. If it doesn't rain, yeah. I'll be here until tomorrow afternoon. Oh and 2. Comes up out of the zone. 1-2 the count. Now to Gavin Evans with Raymond at first. Nobody out. Evans represents the tying run here in a 5-3 game with the Colonials up by 2 in the 9th. That one misses, and once again, Caravel hitter is doing a great job of battling back. Second consecutive hitter to go down 0-2, and now we're evened up at 2-2. Raymond at first, and now here's the pitch to Evans. Once again high, and once again for the second consecutive batter from 0-2 to 3-2.
Now here's the interesting thing, Nick. Do they send the runner here at full count? I say
would.
no.
I would.
I would, but I think they're not, but we'll see.
I don't think they will either. I'm a little aggressive. The 3-2 to Evans. Fouls it back.
That's why
and
you
we'll
and I always see eye to
That's the
eye.
first time we've ever disagreed, Jason.
Yep.
Is that one's fouled back to the backstop. So 3-2, take 2 here to Gavin Evans. These teams have been answering each other. And now the full count pitch. It's lifted high in the air. Could that be trouble down the right field line? Coming on and making the catch is P.J. Wilson. Wilson with a few nice plays out in right field. The biggest one being the throw out to at the plate back in the second. But a big one there. Does that look like it might be trouble? High hit ball in the shallow right down the right field line.
He had a long run.
And he comes in and makes the play. So 1 away, tying run still at the plate. This time it's Truman Huerta 2 for 3. He's got 2 singles in his last 2 plate appearances, one in the 5th and one in the 7th. So back-to-back hits for Huerta. And Raymond still at first as Huerta represents the tying run. First pitch to Huerta is driven in the air to Wilson out in right field. Wilson going back. And he hauls it in. It looked like that almost took a bounce out of his glove out there in right field, but he was able to hold on to it. These lights might be causing some issues for some of those outfielders as we are, again, at 10 o'clock Eastern approaching. But that was a high fly ball to deep right, and Wilson able to hold on for the second consecutive out for him out there in right field. But that one almost hopped right out of the glove.
Yeah, I don't know if they – sometimes lights are on a timer.
Caravel down to their final out in Garrett Bone, top of the order awaiting on deck. Raymond still at first. Here's the first pitch. Misses for ball 1. So a leadoff walk to Miles Raymond, then back-to-back flyouts to right field from Evans and Huerta has the Buccaneers down to their final out. The 1-0 pitch. And he got him, beans him, and that's going to put the tying run on. So top of the order up now with Garrett Bone, who's going to head to first. So runners on first and second. Bone's the tying run. And now here comes Zane Bone, who is 0 for 4. And you could argue for a leadoff hitter and one as talented as Bone that he's due for a hit.
Yeah, I think you hit the last one pretty hard.
So Widener beans Garrett Bone, puts the tying run on the bases. And now it's the top of the order for the Buccaneers. So some life for Caravel here late on a Wednesday night in extra innings. Quick visit on the mound. So here's Garrett Bone with 2 outs and runners on first and second in a 5-3 game in the bottom of the 9th inning. First pitch from Widener. Misses outside, 1-0 to Zane Bone. And that pitch is in there for strike 1. That'll leave it up at 1-1 to Zane Bone. Runners on first and second in extra innings of a 5-3 game as William Penn added 2 here in the top of the 9th to take a 5-3 lead. Breaking ball misses outside. 2-1 down to the leadoff man Bone. What a game it's been, and now top of the order, the leadoff man Bone with 2 outs, 2 runners on, a 5-3 game. And now the 2-1 pitch. Bone fouls it high in the air, out of play. And just like that, Jason, 2-2 were evened up with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Last strike for the Caravel Buccaneers. The 2-2 pitch. Missed. And now 3-2, full count.
And runners will be off.
Runners off. A walk would load the bases. A hit might score
Two with
maybe
the runner
two.
with the runners in motion. This is huge.
Widener has the sign. 3-2 pitch to Zane Bone. Got him swinging a strikeout, and William Penn holds on in extra innings. A 5-3 win for the Colonials on top of 2 they put on the board here in the top of the 9th. And William Penn comes on the road in a battle of top 10 teams in a nice last 2 days for the William Penn Colonials.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive 2 days to beat the #1 team and then to beat a good Caravel team here at Caravel in extra innings. And what a game that these two teams put on. This was a real fun game, and William Penn goes back to Newcastle with the 5-3 win.
Well, we'll wrap it up quickly considering it's 10 o'clock Eastern here in Bear, Delaware on the East Coast. A 5-3 victory as 3 of the 5 runs for William Penn scored in extra innings. And they get the victory. They led 2-0 in the second. Caravel answered with 1 in the second inning. They added 1 in the 5th to tie it. And then the rest of the runs coming in extra innings. A wild game with many plays defensively, a lot of big-time hits, a lot of big-time calls, but a fun one in a battle of 2 top 10 teams. But it's number 8, William Penn, gets the 5-3 win in extra innings over the home team, the Caravel Buccaneers. Well, we're going to wrap it up here because it's getting late. For Nick Halliday, Jason Winchell, and myself, a beautiful Wednesday night results in the Colonials outdueling the Caravel Buccaneers here at home in a big battle of top 10 teams. We will see you on Saturday.